Chris Combs and Brittany Combs, who star in the television show 1,000-Pound Sisters, are a fantastic illustration of a contemporary American love story, and they should be given more screen time. There are several other members of the Slatton family who are heavily featured in the show, including their brother Chris and his wife Brittany. However, the show is mostly about the weight loss adventures of Tammy and Amy Slatton, who are sisters. Chris Slattons, who is 44 years old, and Brittany Slattons, who is 36 years old, are a significant part of the remarkable closeness that exists within the Slattons family. Chris, who is the patriarch of the family, is responsible for his 4 sisters who are known for their dramatic performances and is always there for them. Throughout his whole life, Chris, like the majority of his siblings, struggled with his weight. The star of the 6th season of the show 1,000-Pound Sisters was motivated to achieve his own weight loss objectives by the success of his renowned sisters. After learning that his father had passed away due to complications related to his weight when he was roughly the same age as Chris, he took the decision to alter his life since Chris did not want to end up in the same situation as his father. Chris was accompanied on his journey by his wife, Brittany, who was by his side. While Chris and Brittany look to enjoy a marriage that is filled with love and happiness, the other members of the Slattons have not always been fortunate in their romantic relationships. What a joyful marriage Chris and Brittany have! There is not much information available regarding Chris's previous marriage, other than the fact that it resulted in the birth of 2 children. Brittany is actually Chris's second wife. When they were both working as managers at McDonald's, the stars of the 6th season of 1,000-Pound Sisters met. The fact that Chris, who is 44 years old, is older than Brittany, who is 36 years old, does not seem to deter the two from being a perfect match for one another. Brittany, in contrast to Chris's sisters, is a reserved person who does not lose her cool, even when confronted with the most insignificant of provocations. A great deal of wisdom might be gained by the other members of the Slattons from Chris and Brittany's marriage. Several members of the Slattons have, during the course of their careers, lived through heartbreaking breakups. During the debut of 1,000-Pound Sisters in the year 2020, Amy Halterman was already married to Michael Halterman, and the two of them seemed to be a perfect match for each other. After the birth of their 2 children, Amy found herself unable to cope with the responsibility of parenting 2 young boys, and she had the impression that Michael was not providing her with sufficient assistance. It was reported that Amy and Michael were going to divorce in 2023 after they had been married for 4 years and had 2 children together. During the first few years of the show, Amanda Halterman, who was 44 years old at the time, did not even make an appearance in 1,000-Pound Sisters since she was going through a divorce. It was a happy coincidence that she was married to David Halterman, who was Amy's ex-husband's brother. To put it another way, 2 sisters who married 2 brothers ultimately divorced those brothers after they had married them. In the years since she divorced her husband, Amanda has been involved in a number of serious relationships that have resulted in negative outcomes. One of these relationships was with RJ, who ghosted her when she relocated to Florida in order to be with him. The incredible weight loss transformation that Chris underwent. Amy and Tammy's weight loss struggles were the primary focus of the first season of 1,000-Pound Sisters, which aired in the year 2020. Chris made the decision to reduce weight after being motivated to do so by his renowned sisters. In the year 2022, he eventually underwent weight reduction surgery after he had lost a sufficient amount of weight to be eligible for the procedure. The pounds simply disappeared after the procedure. Chris's life transformed entirely as a result of his weight loss, but he still has a long way to go. Chris weighed more than 450 pounds when he began his effort to lose weight in the year 2022. In 2022, he underwent bariatric surgery, which resulted in a fast weight loss of 150 pounds. It was impossible to believe his metamorphosis. Not only did he appear to be a completely different person, but he was also capable of performing actions that he could not have even conceived of doing for himself. During the month of March, the surgeon who carried out Chris's operation, Dr. Eric Smith, shared extraordinary before and after photographs of Chris on his Instagram account. One of the photographs is of Chris before he began his weight loss journey, and the other is of Chris after he completed a 5-kilometer run. During the 5th season of 1,000 Pound Sisters, Brittany made a stunning admission when she admitted that she was considering undergoing weight loss surgery. Brittany Slatton would like to become a member of the Slatton family, which currently consists of 5 siblings who have all had surgical procedures. Since that time, Brittany had been patiently working toward her health objectives. The comparison of Brittany's most recent images to her older ones reveals that she has lost weight, despite the fact that she has not brought this to anyone's attention. Because she has been by Chris's side during his entire struggle to lose weight, and because she has always shown love and support to all of the Slatton siblings, it is likely that she will receive the same support in return. It would be beneficial for Chris and Brittany to have more screen time. Chris and Brittany have definitely been fan favorites on the show 1,000 Pound Sisters because of how well they perform on the show. Although Chris and Brittany are usually present on the show, they are never truly the primary focus of the show. This is because the Slattons are such a close-knit family. People that watch the show adore Chris and Brittany, and it is likely that they would be interested in learning more about their lives. Taking Chris as an example, Brittany respects his 2 children and 3 grandchildren as if they were her own. Chris has 3 grandchildren. In addition to being engaging individuals, Chris and Brittany ought to be given more screen time. The fact that Chris and Brittany both have tremendously positive dispositions is one of the reasons why they are so well liked by their followers. Chris appeared to be having a good time while he was trying to lose weight. Brittany, on the other hand, seems to be smiling and joyful all the time. The stars of the 6th season of the show 1,000 Pound Sisters are always there for the other Slattons. Due to the fact that Chris and Brittany are both so fascinating, it is imperative that they either receive additional screen time or have their very own Combs Family spin-off show. Ms. Slatton Tammy. At the age of 38, 500 pounds were shed. A. Slatton Amy, 37.5 years of age. 169 pounds were shed. A. Combs Chris, 44.0 years of age. 150 pounds were shed. It is Amanda Halterman, 43.5 years of age. She shed 31 pounds. Theresa Slatton Wentworth Misty. At the age of 48, she shed 74 pounds. This is Brittany Combs. At the age of 36, who knows?